we've got the cool MTG Arena with our picture up. It's really sweet of them. I highly appreciate it. But today we're going to play some of the SCG lists. We're going to play some viewer requested decks. I don't know. We're just going to play Magic for like the next 3 hours, give or take. No actual firm plans, but I'm going to start with the winning SCG list. Which, if you want a better list here, you can go look at my Stream Decker, or an even easier place is just go to StarCityGames.com and look up, the top deck from last weekend, which I believe was Indianapolis. Don't quote me on Indianapolis. But yeah, so this is where we're going to start. We're going to play best of 3 ranks today. Gotta make sure we click the right thing. And after we try this deck, maybe a round or two, maybe we'll try the Oliver 2's build that I saw posted, which is here. Won't leave that up on the screen too long, but yeah. Pretty similar lists. They're both 2 Carnage Tyrant, 3 Krasis, or a couple Carnage Tyrants with some Krasises. It's just basically normal black-green things. It just has a bit different sideboard, and it's got the Assassin's Trophies in the main. It's a slower hand, but I think it's a keep. They've mulliganed. So this is a decent hand to start with for like a mirror match. It'd be kind of bad versus blue decks, kind of bad versus aggressive decks, obviously. Looks like they're looking at shocking this. We already have 4 lands, and we have plays for the next couple turns. One could argue to keep that, but since we already have a finality, I think I'll definitely just dump it for now and hopefully find a land that doesn't cost us damage versus the red deck, or find a way to beat an experimental frenzy. That's kind of interesting. I don't really just want to slam that here. I'll just use my mana best. Hey George, what's up? I've tried to go fairly early this whole week. I wanted to get on about noon, but I had a few issues this morning. Had kind of a rough night. Ate something that didn't quite settle with me. Oh gosh, double Steamkin. Well, it looks like we're going to be saving our fine finality for a sweet Wrath. Again, I don't really want to put this thing out unprotected. So I'm probably just going to jam my land here and look to contempt one of these. Obviously, this one as soon as he puts a spell on the stack. Because don't want them to be able to get the mana from it. Now let's start with the land. Make sure it's leaving our 2 green. Always make sure when you're paying spells like that that you with the auto tapper. I kind of want that. There's already a Jade Knight Ranger in our graveyard, and another Squire, and there's some chance that they kill the Wildgrowth Walker. But I think I'm just going to dump it because I want more lands for the Krasis as well. Yeah, I'm similarly going to dump that. Those might have been aggressive dumps, but when they're on 2 mana and a mulligan, I think I'm fine with it. I would like to go George, but I honestly do not know if I will have time to build a deck, because I kind of want to stream a pretty substantial amount today. Argument that I should just be killing those 2 things over there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be greedy. Again, I want lands. Not only do I want to be greedy, I want to find an answer for an experimental frenzy. There's a moment of craving some stuff in Oliver's list, but I don't believe they are in this list. I have no idea what this is, but if I'm getting hacked, so be it. Hey Trickery, what's up, friend? Good day to you too, pal. It's actually a really good day. Pretty excited today. Yeah, it's fine. Guess I probably should have just tapped the island, but definitely going to kill one of these. We'll do that after combat, though. What's exciting about today? One second, I'll pull back up to Twitter. It's exciting for me, at least. I don't know if it's exciting for other people, but I'm quite excited about it. This, yay, my picture and my name on Arena because they're so nice to sponsor us for today. I'm pretty excited about that. So they're at 5. They're going to have to block here. Don't want to attack with either of those. So I'm just going to jam this and this. How much lands do we have? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just going to do it for the full 7 then. Hopefully I didn't miscount. I did do that kind of quickly and didn't double check my math or anything. Wow. That was a... Oh well, I pressed the space button and attacked with my Seeker Squire. Again, that is something I do every single day I play. I do it at least one time every single day I play because I am a silly, silly goose. Hey Sin, what's up? Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the Crisis, but everybody knew that anyway, considering for anybody who watches my stream all the time, I mentioned that Crisis and Ooze, which I guess the Ooze was kind of a miss, but those were the 2 cards I would have spec'd on from this set. So I've always been a little bit part of this craze in a way. How do I sideboard here? Let's see, what do we have in this particular build of the deck? Kind of like all of our cards except the Midnight Reapers. Definitely don't want the Midnight Reapers. Could argue that we could shave a Vivian. Could also cut out the Llanowar Elves because they're not great in the face of Goblin Chainwhirler. We don't have a lot to bring in. We have these 3 Crived Canariums, which I probably pronounced very poorly, and this Vraska's Contempt. Maybe we're just going to run with 2 elves? Yeah, we'll just run with 2 elves. By the way, Sin, do you play Arena at all? Same question to you, Darth. And hey, Darth, welcome. Welcome. Not saw you in a while. Alright, well, I guess we're going to keep this hand, even though it's kind of awkward that we have both a Llanowar Elf, a Breeding Pool, and 1 Swamp. Yeah, I have a friend that's playing a turn-free Carnage Tyrant deck right now that he's absolutely loving it. Every day he recants us with tales of his victories. in his glorious fashions. I don't think I'm going to cast that. Plan on casting this thing next turn anyway. Alright, Darth, well, since you play, let me get you a code for a 3-pack. Hopefully that doesn't pop up on the main screen. Sweet, it does not pop up on the main screen. Go ahead and cut that. Save and type in Darth over here. Oh God, there's so many Darths. There's actually a bunch of Darth with your middle name too. Why is this so hard to type in? There we go. There's one for you, Darth. Wow, their life total is creeping pretty low. And then what do we got here? Did Singe say he did as well? Yes, so Singe does as well, so we gotta get Singe one. I'm not the man. Keep in mind, these come from Wizards of the Coast, so all the thanks are to Wizards for sponsoring this week's of streaming. Oh God, Sin. It's gonna be so hard to type your name. Oh wow, that wasn't very hard at all. Toss you one too. If they don't work, let me know and we can try to send you out a different one. I guess I'm just gonna play this, but we're at 8 life, so our life total's getting pretty low. Don't want to just play this and let it die. Maybe I could cast the Seeker Squire. Actually, if I can get to the second main phase, I am going to cast the Seeker Squire. Glad to have tuned in at the right time. Yeah, don't kill us, bro. It would make me sad. I have it popped out like this, George, and when it's popped out like this, you can't send whispers from this menu, so I actually have to type them. I'll scoot that back over there. Alright, well they have 2 cards in hand, and we're at 5 life. Not sure gaining 1 life does anything, but I guess that's where we're going to start. Could just be playing these wrong. Maybe I was supposed to just slam Wild Growth Walker and demand they use a removal spell on it. That's what I'm starting to think now. But now I think I've gone too far down this rabbit hole not to keep doing what we're doing. Could hold up to Contempt. But I'm going to be risky one more turn, since I feel like I've flubbed the last several turns as it is. Well, they've added, you don't just have to play best of 1 anymore, they added a ranked best of 3. We're currently playing a best of 3. We've won game 1. This is a sideboarded game. Alright. Did all our hard work pay off? Are we actually going to get to gain life with Jade Light Ranger? Like how I just didn't use my Vraska's Contempt at all. Okay, they're done. I don't mind the best of 1 format. I actually think it's correct to grind best of 1 all the way up till at least Mythic. But we played a lot of best of 1 this week, and if I play best of 1, I'm going to be playing Red Deck Wins. I don't want to bore people. So today I'm going to play just some best of 3 lists, some viewer requests, some of these decks from the SCG, just whatever. No, I love Arena. Ooh, Jonathan Hobbs wrote a Bant Flash guide on Star City. We might play some of that too. We'll keep this hand. Brad Nelson wrote an article on the deck we're playing. Huh. That kind of just advertising for Star City. Oh wow, Brad's got Karn in his build. That's interesting. I never was the biggest fan of Karn. We had a draft week 1. If I go tonight, I'm probably going to play Drakes because I've not gotten to pick up as much Allegiance as I would have liked to have yet. But who knows? I might not even go tonight. Oh gosh, I messed up. There should have been sound. I apologize. I don't know how long it's been muted. My, I guess my arm rode over the mute button or whatever. I highly apologize. As you guys can tell, or as you all can tell, I am very professional at this streaming stuff. Just super professional. Some people might even refer to me as the best around. No, it was me. I'm so sorry. I guess I have to take this. They're the aggressor at the moment. I don't even want to attack. I don't mind to trade this with either of those, but what I don't want to happen is them to trickster this and attack us for 6. Because if they trickster that and attack us for 6, they're pretty close to being able to get some work done. This entire game, wow, I am so bad. Scorpion, get out of here, Scorpion. Hey, Fallon. I hope I didn't pronounce your name too poorly. I probably won't be drafting. I don't actually draft very much because A, I'm poor. I'm like super poor. I don't really have the money to. But B, I'm really, really bad at it where I don't get to practice it at all. Like, I'm super bad at draft. Though, if people want to see draft, we could do draft. Wizards of the Coast is sponsoring this, so I'll do whatever other people want. This Trickster cyborg was kind of cool. Oh yeah. Speaking of, well, he's not drafting right now though. He's playing the standard ladder till he gets mythic. I'll post their name in chat regardless. They were a mythic. They were double mythic last season, and so far they've only been playing standard this season. But who knows what they'll play in the end. But one of my real life compadres, a local from this area, very good Magic player. He's just coming back to the game too after a fairly lengthy break. I guess I just don't care about my Llanowar Elf at all, do I? I do care about that though. We're pretty far behind this game. Wonder how Droid Crassus could turn it though. Uh-oh, we're tapping mana for something. This could be a bad sign. They floated 4? Wonder what they're playing. Oh, they're just not playing anything with it. Yeah, we'll try to resolve a Vivian Reed. If this resolves, I'm going to kill the Reclamation Sage and I won't be able to protect the Vivian Reed, so that kind of sucks, but... Alright, it's not going to resolve anyway. Guess I'm going to go ahead and kill that before they have a chance to play another. Yeah, I typically leave the limited to the more experienced and better limited players. Like, we've got Ben Stark streaming now. Yui and Owen play a lot of limited. There's always Kenji. I mean, those are just the popular names. I'm obviously glancing over a lot of names that I should be mentioning. It's kind of hard for me to think of names like that on the spot because I don't have a very good memory. No, Javier Dominguez was playing limited when I was watching him last night. Autumn Lily is actually drafting right now. That's probably who I would go watch if I was wanting to watch Limited. Wizard's Retort. Huh. Opponent's got some cool, interesting choices in their deck. Oh wow, that's a baller. That card's going to do some work. Hey, look how good that is with these Reclamation Sages. Alright, I think we can scoop at that point. That was a baller of a card. Huh. Huh. Well then. So they're playing that build of it. It didn't look like they were trying to Bant Fogus at all. So what changes do I want to make to our deck then? I kinda want these Carnage Tyrants. I kinda want one cast down now. Huh. Still gonna leave the Wild Growth Walker in because it's one of the quickest clocks we can put on somebody. Yeah, I'm greedy enough that I'll keep this hand. This is a very greedy keep, but with this Explorer, we're going to get 2 chances at a land. I think that might be slightly better than mulliganing. Obviously, when we miss, we can almost pick up our cards, but... Oh, dun-dun-dun. I think if we get to land this turn, it won't be that bad. We did not get to land this turn. Alright, well then. That's fine. I'm very happy to trade that if he wants to trade, or if they want to trade. Especially considering we have nothing going on. Deputy of Detention. Womp womp. Should have waited. You would have gotten all of our power. So they're going to start being able to play Thrilled Mystics and stuff now? Which is another wizard. Wonder if they're playing the Hobbs build of the deck. Does he have Wizard's Retort in his deck? 75? Oh, we are super dead. No Wizard's Retorts. I guess we can just pick them up. Let's look at their hand, see how cool their deck is. Did they tuck our Llanowar Elf? They tucked our Llanowar Elf, didn't they? So if they didn't draw a counterspell, we get to get the Llanowar Elf off the top of our deck, which is good. They drew a counterspell. Womp womp. Alright, we're down to 5 life now. Or sorry, not 5 life, we're taking 7, we're down to 4 life. Keep forgetting that the Deputy of Detention can actually attack because of math. I'm used to my Detention Spears not being angry. But that Detention Spear will definitely scrap with you. We will play first. We will mulligan. I'll keep because of the scry. It's probably another mulligan, to be honest. Alright, we just want some lands. That's not a land. Hey, why is it just not auto passing? That's weird. Usually does. That's also not a land. That's also not auto passing. Is there something I can play that I don't see? No? Oh, we're in trouble. Ah, yeah. Please don't kill my Wild Growth Walker. We need him. I assume it's a him. I don't really know. They killed it though. They don't care what I need. That's just rude. I so kindly asked for them not to kill that. I guess I need to chump block. Need to do anything I can to preserve my life total. Silly lava coil. I don't think that it's possible for us to get to turn 6 now. Maybe if we draw a Contempt into an untapped land, but that would even be hard. Yeah, Contempt into an untapped land now is not enough. So we just have to play out these two things. And hope that they don't have a single removal spell, though they've been missing lands. They've not added a lot to the board, so it's like pretty safe to say they have a removal spell. They just need one to kill us? Yeah, they've got one. Got us. This is the first game one we've lost. We'll certainly want these. Certainly want this. I don't know if the game's going to go long enough for this. I'm not sold on these based on what we saw. I think Carnage Tyrants are kind of fine here. I'm going to get rid of these. I think I'm actually going to get rid of some of our Land Worlds since I'm bringing in the Cries. But that could just be wrong. It's probably wrong. Alright. Everyone's so quiet. Nobody's talked in so long. We are currently down a game. We will play. We have no green mana. We'll mulligan. We have no mana. We will mulligan. We have no green mana, and we have 2 6-drops. We'll mulligan. Alright, let's keep 4. This last several games have felt pretty bad land-wise. No worries. Greed. All the greed. No block. Could keep that. If we have a land on top of our deck, we'd be drawing it next turn anyway. I think it's the exact same just to leave it, really. Because there's no way to get a land this turn. So that gives us the same chance to get a land next turn. The only thing it does mean is it lets us not be able to cast a Cry of the Canarium next turn. Complete overhaul to your tomb. Oh, that's your Neverwinter is what you're talking about. Alright, well, we are in some serious trouble now. We could double block and throw that away, but I don't think that's good enough. Just gonna play this and cross our fingers and scream land at the top of our lungs. That is not a land. But that's the card we would have drawn, so it really turns out to being the same here. Yep. Trouble. Wonder how hard this match would have been if we'd drawn lands. This feels like a match that's not usually going to be hard, but killing two of my things and killing two of their things doesn't really seem useful. Mardu Angels is pretty sweet though. I don't think I would want both of these. I think I would just want one or the other, probably the white one. If they play a Lyra this turn, we'll pick them up. Don't care a lot about that. Do care a lot about them having two, however. I guess we can't block. Confused what just happened there. Oh, it's a mentor. Alright. Kinda always forget that the Aurelia has mentor. Let's play this another round. And then maybe we'll switch to Brad's build of it. Felt like we've not got to play Magic the past 3 or 4 games, but I mean, it's just part of Magic. Sometimes you're not going to draw lands. You can't really get hung up on it. And my sideboarding may not have been ideal either. We have lands this game. Again, it's a pretty slow hand, but kind of awkward. Opponent mulliganed. Gonna save the Wild Growth Walker. I don't want to just play it into 2 mana for a Lightning Strike. That seems just way too easy to let them kill it for free. We definitely don't want it killed for 3. I mean, it's possible. It's hard. You can't say that's not possible. It's definitely possible. The one thing to remember about the real online shufflers in any game, not Arena, not just Arena, not MTGO, not various other games that I don't want to mention, but they're using a true randomizer. Well, so like you're actually getting real randomization based on an algorithm. Whereas when you go play paper, your cards are clunked together and stuff. So they're not always randomized. So that makes it look a little bit different, but I think it's a pretty good program in general, I think. Like, I don't have any complaints about it. And even if there was something wrong with the shuffler, so like say hypothetically we're both going to agree here, and there's something wrong with the shuffler. Like it's just as wrong for your opponent as well, so that leaves you at an even place. That was kind of awkward, but I assume they're going to kill this Wild Growth Walker, and then we'll use the finality next turn. I am for the whole week, Murph. We're definitely going to block. We're not going to take any more damage. It's just a week, Murph. Just a week, Murph. Yeah, those are fine. Put those two in their hand. Slam this and attack. Got it. I don't know if you can say corporate shill, as I received nothing monetary for this. They're just advertising and gave us some like codes and stuff to give people. Wait. Leave that on top of the library. Gave us some codes to give people some packs. Posted about us and gave us some packs and stuff to open, some gems. It was really sweet. I think you only call people corporate shills when they're getting paid money, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Also, you certainly didn't complain earlier when I gave you a pack. You got something. I gave you a pack. That's something. No, Wasi rocks. Okay, they're done. We've gained way too much life. We'll sideboard how I did last game, which means I'm basically going to bring these 4 cards in. I'm going to take these 2 and these 2 out, but maybe that's wrong. Oh, you sold the code. Alright. Well, I hope, if you did in fact sell the code, I hope you got very much money out of it. God, Murph, you troll so hard. But no, Walski was really sweet to sponsor us this week. I don't think I'm going to change anything else. I kind of don't like any of the Llanowar Elves. You can even see arguably bringing in Duresses here. I think I'm going to try to Carnage Tyrants out. They used to be how I like to close the game, but if we had Brontodons or Assassin's Trophies in the 75, I would shave some Vivians. But I think I'm just going to go with this. Yes. But for some reason your name's familiar, so I thought I'd already given you one. I did give you one. I gave you one yesterday. Well, not yesterday. Thursday. Yeah, yesterday. This hand's great and bad. Oh, that is a good point. For anybody who's not typed in this code, it should give you all packs. I think it's like that. Alright, we'll keep. This hand's not great, but Can't always have a great hand. Our opponent's on 5 cards. Smurf72 didn't get one. So like being the biggest troll in the industry, Murph. I wonder how many people are watching my channel wondering why that you're not banned. I don't have a good answer for them. Thank you, George. It's probably case sensitive. And Murph spelled it wrong. I hear that. I was for most of the first season, but I broke down and gave them some coin when they gave us the sweet sponsor. Man, you're supposed to be grinding for that top 8, George. You gotta not play that Neverwinter Nights. I would not know how to do that. Because of the delay, I don't even know what joke, but thank you. Yes, please. Wildgrowth Walkers seem like fun cards. Get 'em, Elf. Wrong NW? Is there a Neverwinter that I don't know about, I guess? Oh, you're on the Xbox Neverwinter. Gotcha. I'll be perfectly honest, I didn't know there was one. Don't kill our friend, the Wildgrowth Walker. Our opponent doesn't listen. I said don't do that. Rude. You don't need a second of those. A slow and grindy process. That's how all MMOs are. That's what makes them fun. You get to play video games instead of having a life. Up she goes. My tools don't want to work today. I guess I pick you. There's not a whole lot of mono red in the best of 3. I mean, I guess we've still got paired versus mono red 2 out of 5 matches, or sorry, 2 out of 4 matches maybe? I'm not exactly sure, but it doesn't feel like there's a lot in this best of 3 stuff. They need to do some damage to this. They keep hovering it. I assume they're going to do something to it, but if they do something to it, then they have probably nothing for the wild growth. I apologize, somebody's using a vacuum in my home. So if it's way too loud, I guess I'm going to try to mute for just a couple minutes. They're getting closer and closer to my door, though. I could have not played my land till after the Jade Light Ranger there, but I wanted to attack with my Llanowar Elf. The Super Greed. Now, they're going to kill my Wild Growth Walker, but then our Vivian's just going to ultimate, so... I'm not sure how they beat that. Oh, well, they don't know how they beat it either, so they're done. What did we get? So, I've sold quite a few of this card. I should probably read it. Oh, that's why. It's probably a commander thing. If somebody wants to see a deck other than this Sultai deck, just let me know. I'm willing to play other things. I play basically anything today. I say basically anything because some troll like Murph would give us a list that has like 40 swamps and 20 islands and like 13 forests or something if I just say the word anything. But because that's what Murphs do, Murphs troll. Opponent, we didn't even have an island. I mean, I'll play your rug combo as long as I have the cards. Just gotta get me a deck list. Like I said, I'll try about anything. No, now they get our Vivian. Does our opponent not know that we're trying to cast very powerful cards? They got rid of an Absorb. Does that mean they don't have lands, or do they have just a bunch of Absorbs? I think I actually want that. There's just a Trigon alone. Alright. So I guess now we lose the Carnage? Question mark? Yeah. They kept that time. Alright, we're going to play this in case they play Kaya's Wrath on the following turn. We want to get loaded up with cards. Honestly, if they don't have a Kaya's Wrath or a Cleansing Nova or a Settle, you know, like that type of effect, we're in pretty solid shape. They already know about the Contempt. Ooh, that was actually kind of a good draw. We're going to see if we can save the Contempt. If they use a removal spell, we'll go ahead and use the Contempt. No, they don't even have a removal spell. Again, I'm going to play into the Wrath. Not that big of a deal, in my opinion. We get to, all these cards replace themselves if they do have it, and then we just slam down Carnage. Yeah. I'd like to draw a Vivian Reed here in case they have an Eldest Reborn post Carnage Tyrant. Hello, Jonah. Is that a second Wrath? Alright, well that makes things a little harder. I feel like they have an Absorb too because they dumped this early Absorb. It feels to me like the type of thing that basically says they have one counterspell. Could have not played the Vivian there and potentially just bought back the Carnage Tyrant. That might have been the better play. Yeah, I feel like that was a better play. I think I like kind of butchered that. Hey Jonah, do you play Arena? Be nice if our opponent does not have a counterspell here. If they have a counterspell, it's going to be very bad for us. Oh, they hit another negate. Want want. Well, there's a trouble a brewing. I know about this round catacomb. I should probably just play it at some point. Alright, no third raft, please. Hey, Fluffy. Not a lot, just jamming this Sultai deck and doing okay. So they dump both of those. So there's a chance the Carnage Tyrant just wins here. Yep. Carnage Tyrant still doing Carnage Tyrant things. This season a lot like the last. I don't necessarily have a main deck. I try to stream a different deck basically every day. Sultai is the deck that I think is the best deck for this upcoming weekend. I don't really like to go further than saying this upcoming weekend because, and I hate to use the words like this, but like I don't always think there's a best deck in the format, but I do think there's always a best deck for a weekend, give or take, and I feel like this deck's really good for the weekend. Anyway, let's sideboard before we run out of time. Eldest Reborns come in as well. Contempt comes in as well. Could try this card, but I don't think I'm going to. I like to get rid of my Land War Elves because there's such bad draws in the early game, and I like to get rid of my Wild Growth Walkers. Other than that, not a lot that I really like to take out. Generally about one card off here. Probably some number of Choop, though we do want some Choops, I think. Yeah, we'll go with this. For this season, I've mostly played red because best of one arena. Hey Jonah, thank you for the follow. Sorry that I don't have alerts and I'm just now noticing it. Now, this hand's a little on the weak side, but I think it's just a little bit better than a mulligan. Obviously, gonna have to try to hit our land. I think this was close to a mulligan. Like, it was very, very close. It doesn't make me sick. I like the red decks. They're pretty good. An argument that I should have took out the cast down instead of the other Chupacabra. Hopefully we'll be able to keep developing our lands this way, but we can obviously assume there's going to be some kind of counterspell. Not against red decks. Goodbye, Midnight Reaper. You'll be missed. I'm actually just going to slam one of these Eldest Reborns. I don't really care if they counterspell it. And if it makes them discard a card in the end, I'm fine with that. Though this is worse than it was last season because Mortify exists this season. Mortify did not exist last season, so. But in theory, it should make them discard a card. Blood Moon decks. Man, Blood Moon can steal so many wins. It's pretty sweet. Let's see what our opponent has. They have all the cards in the world. Yeah, like I said, Mortify makes it a little worse. Make sure blue's untapped. Blue is untapped. Yeah, I'm kind of a personal fan of control decks as well. I like that feeling of superiority, I guess. I don't know. That's a silly way to say it. It's actually really easy. Let me pull up the link for you. It took a while to get selected, obviously, because there is, you know, just like very clearly tons of people applying and stuff like that. But they have a wonderful website. I'll link both the website and the application form for you. So here's the website. I mean, it's a treat of a website, and here is the application forms and stuff. It's definitely exceptionally neat. I feel very lucky, very lucky that I got picked. Thank you again, Wizards, for the week sponsor. It's definitely the coolest thing that's probably happened to me in terms of Magic. Kind of don't want to play this Carnage Tyrant. Nice. I need to try the Esper list. I tried the Esper mid-range list, but Darby, and I feel like I'm always advertising for Star City, but Darby wrote a beautiful article on Star City this week with some changes to the list and some advice on how to sideboard and things like that. I really will need to try that list again, but I've not tried Esper Control at all this season, so I need to do that just in general. I think Esper Control is actually a very powerful deck. Now this is interesting. That card can cause some problems. Think we want to stop on our opponent's turn and try to contempt it. Use as much of their mana as we can. We only have enough mana to play one of our two spells, so... Really? I actually did not know that, Think Tank. By the way, is there anybody in here that I've not given a free pack to that wants one on Arena? Because Wizards of the Coast was kind enough to give us some codes for some packs. Alright, well, we're just going to play this. I have no idea what the card they got was. Guess it's under here. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd love to see your list. I'll even play it. If I have the cards for it. I may not have the cards for it. But if I have the cards for it, I'll even play it. Yeah, I knew red was about 50%. Sure. Let me get you a code. I played red myself. Yeah, you can post a link. As long as it's not offensive or anything. Think Tank. Let me know if it doesn't work for some reason. Love to draw a negate or a duress here to help protect that. I assume they're going to have at least one counter spell, so I'm going to start with the Contempt. I'm actually going to be a little sad if the Contempt resolves. So Jonah wants a pack as well. Alright, let me copy your name, put you over here. Yeah, no, these packs were sweet. Wizards of the Coast gave them to give out. Save this. They should be private message to both of you. Hopefully that works. Alright, now that I have a negate, I'm just going to play this. And hope that it can somehow win us the game. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. That card can end the game fairly quickly. You get out of here, Vivian Reed. Could be in bad shape now. Let me open this deck up real quick. In the last 4 days, wow. So Lynn's also gotta get Dilma pack. Delete, save, and copy. I think I've got them all sent out. If I missed somebody, let me know. All right. Well, this is kind of hard. So that thing is going to be pretty brutal here. They have a bunch of cards in their hand. Probably just going to take the Teferi. We have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to be able to gain 4 life, and with 4 life we'll be alive for a turn. So I think I'm actually going to take the Teferi here. I'm considering trying to bounce the Chromium, and knowing that they're going to discard, but that gives them less options to beat our Crassus. Yeah, I wanted them to get rid of any kind of effect they had, so we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so we can do this for 9. So we'll get the biggest creature on the table. And we can survive 1 hit, so even if they have a removal spell, if they draw the removal, we're still good. Alright, nice. Alright, so let's look at this Esper list, and then let's see if I have the cards for it. We'll give it a try if I have the cards for it. Ooh. Wait. I got confused for a second because the Teferi, as you can see, has a little bit of a green border. I'm obviously realizing that's the Mythic Vision, but when I first looked at the deck list, I was like, what in the heck are they green cards in here for? How do I copy this to Arena? There has to be a way to do this to Arena. Export to Arena. Yes. Copy to clipboard. I don't know if I have all these cards. We'll have to figure it out. Where's the new list at? Where did it put it at? Am I that blind that I literally... Oh, okay. Put it here. Esper control... That way we remember whose it was. What do I need? Oh, I don't own Teferis. Eh, whatever. It's about time I own Teferis. We now own Teferis. I really not have a moment of craving? Hey, why would it not let me craft a... It won't let you do sideboards? What? I'm confused. Alright. There we go. it's about time that I own Teferis. Just jump into the game. Yeah, Nezahal is one of my old favorites for sure. Ah, that's cool. We got it. It just took a second of me being confused because I'm not edumacated. Let's see. Convert this to a text list. 3 egos. Interesting. We'll keep that. We have all of our lands. Let's open up a notepad now. I'm doing a bunch of stuff off screen. I apologize for being slightly distracted right now. Trying to get this deck up in Decklist or in Steam Decker. Save Lyunz. Hopefully I spelled that right. Lyunz. Yeah, I did. I'm just gonna play the land. Oh no, I didn't. Z, go back to my hand. I didn't see that we had a fault erasure. That's what I get for being half paid attention. That's my 100% my fault. Like I said, trying to do this stuff off screen over here, and just did not notice that we had the fault in our hand. Which now really sucks because I want to play the Kayas. Never actually used this card before. Esper control. Make sure I didn't spell this wrong. Lyunz. Lyunz. It's so much work. Hey, Kaya's going to be very good versus that thing. I guess we'll start with this. Oh wow, they have a pretty solid hand. And there we go. I think I've did everything off screen now. Do you like how I sequenced this so poorly last turn? I used a fault erasure, and I used my Kaya before I used my fault. That was just very bad sequencing as well. I'm a silly, silly little goose. I like how Kaya's keeping Search for Azcanta in check, and I consider Search for Azcanta the best card in pure control mirrors. No? Kind of interesting. Kind of think I just want to play this and get it out of and play while we can. There's a fair chance that they just resolve like another Teferi or something this turn, so I kind of want to keep the Contempt. So they need a land, a Teferi, or like a negate in the Teferi. Whatever, I'm going to be greedy. It may have been correct to keep that. No more Teferi. So how exactly does this thing work again? Damage to target player equal to the number they own in exile. So as of right now, this is a 5-point burn spell. That's pretty neat. So they did have the Teferi. Hopefully they don't have a negate as well. Oh, that's Nezahal. I think it's fine to tick it up one turn. I think the Benthic Biomancer I think is actually a very good card. Yeah, they patched to fix the best 3 rank today. It was displaying properly, but now it's all good. They didn't save enough mana for the absorb that we know they have. Alright, we definitely want to get rid of that at this point. Hey, Corruption, welcome back. Currently don't have a counterspell in my hand. Kinda just want to play Nezahal then. I already know they have at least Mortify. I have a lot of, like, not super relevant cards in hand, though. Alright, I'm just gonna cast this. I love the art on this card. I can't wait to see if it it didn't make a cool picture. I feel robbed. Where was our cool graphic? Well, we're certainly going to use this, and we're going to get rid of those 3. Hello, I'm Nezahal, I'm back. I acknowledge you? I acknowledge everybody, or at least I try my best. Like, obviously I miss some things. I'm not very good at looking at chat. Yeah, I knew it was mostly for Mythics, but like I knew Glorybringer and some of those other cards had stuff earlier in beta, so I was just hoping that Nezahal had something sweet. Oh, they have another of those? Sad Panda. Where's Sad Panda? I don't know. I think most streamers try to talk to everybody. Just a lot of people have a lot more people in their chat room than say somebody like me, so it's a lot harder to keep up with it. So this is going to come back end of turn, and I'll be able to attack. We'll start by drawing a card. Oh, that Sinister Sabotage is beautiful. Smash. I think I'm going to play a Search for Azcanta because the card's just busted. And I get done tap 2 cards anyway. Yeah, I have 45, George, but like we have like 7 people talking, so it's real easy to try. I'm certainly going to try to counterspell that. We know they have the absorb, but the absorb lets us draw a card, so at least we get a card back. And I guess I'm just going to absorb back. Was originally going to use the Chemist's Insight to gain an extra card and phase out our friend again, but turns out we didn't have to. Definitely Graveyard. Okay, they're done. Yeah, I mean, we have a Nezahal, we have a Flip Search Razcanta, we have double Chemist's Insight, and we have a Teferi. I think they can pick them up. Oh, so you're saying I should have bought a 4th Absorb? We'll have to remember to do that after the stream. Or not after the stream, but after the game. I think that's all the cards I want. What don't I want? I definitely don't want Moment of Craving, though killing an opposing... Where's Kaya's Wrath at? I don't want Kaya's Wrath either. Killing an opposing Thief of Sanity could be relevant. Yeah, Fluffy, I don't know how people with like, I don't know how people like Yui and LSV and them do it with like 500 to 1,000 people. And I have absolutely no idea how people like Cutie Pie or Faker do it with 30,000 people in their chat. It blows my mind. Like, I could not do something like that. Maybe I don't want the unmoored ego. Well, let's sideboard one more card out, but I don't really know what it is. I guess I'll just sideboard out our most expensive cantrip. Yeah, I don't know how people with like 10,000 plus chats do it, because like I start struggling when we get to about 10 people talking. People like Shroud, it appears that they read every word people say. I mean, obviously they don't comment on them all, but like I've said, you know, just, you know, like barely say one thing and it would just be funny to me and I wouldn't think they laugh, and then like they like say it in chat and I'm just like, wow, you saw that? I'm amazed. Wow. They're more afraid of Unmoored Ego than they were Search for Razcanta. I guess they probably didn't sideboard out all the Mortifies, so that's a reasonable thing, but it kind of blows my mind because, as I mentioned, I think Search for Razcanta is insane. It's just impressive to me. It's more than not easy. It is stone impressive to me. People that speak multiple languages impress me too, because my brain's not big enough to learn how to speak multiple languages. I guess I'm going to go ahead and take the Mortify because I value the Search for Razcanta so highly. You just type at and then their name. BTTV. I'm not sure what that is. It's another one of those things that's over my whittle head. That could have been bad. Could be just asking to get to Fairy now since they have so many brand new cards in their hand. Definitely not going to tap below Absorb again. That was a one-time thing. better Twitch TV as a browser add-on. Oh, cool. I don't understand a lot of this stuff. As you may have noticed, I've streamed 573 days in a row, yet I still don't have an overlay or alerts because I'm an uneducated redneck, and even when I go to YouTube and look for walkthroughs that you would think you'd be able to follow literally step by step, I somehow mess it up. Every time I still mess it up. But I try, and I have fun. That's what matters. I would literally, if I had a job, I would literally pay somebody to help me, but I am unemployed. You gotta keep in mind, I'm almost 40. It's hard to teach an old dog a new trick. Please do. I mean, I'll watch it, but I mean, like Gabby wrote a on that link that I posted earlier, the Creators Corner. Gabby wrote a wonderful walkthrough, and then like there's tons of walkthroughs just on YouTube that you can find via Google. But it's just, I don't know. For me, I've tried that stuff. It just doesn't help me personally. I don't know why. But I appreciate the link very much. I'll definitely give it a try and look. I think we're going to go with this because it can't be counterspelled. And I don't really want to discard the absorbs. I didn't really want that. Hey, yeah. Get the rest. Opponent said no, we will not get the rest. I don't want to tap below double absorb, so I'm just going to pass. The only card I'm really afraid of this game is Chromium. But hopefully we'll find something to where we don't have to worry about Chromium too badly. I think Gabby done a good job of her video. I didn't want to fall below double absorb because they were getting to the amount of mana to where they can like play Teferi and have a counterspell backup. So I wanted an absorb for the Teferi and an absorb for the counterspell both. I actually want that fault erasure to resolve. Oh, I tapped my mana poorly. Why? Why, Moto? Why did you tap, or why? Oh, I'm so silly. I guess I want to land. I thought it would tap this and I just didn't pay attention. I don't know why I didn't tap the swamp. Well, we can't play our counterspell now, so we might as well slam the search for Ascanta and hope that they don't hit off their Chemist's Insight plus draw step. No, it's my fault for not double checking. Like, and we got punished severely. Maximum punishment. This game's went from only carrying about one card in their entire deck to we have some problems. I guess I'm also now just going to get rid of this, which means I wasted my Surveil last turn. But I did that before I realized I'd messed up. I need that Chemist's Insight to resolve. So not only did I fail to leave a counterspell up, they drew to Teferi, and I failed to get all the use out of my Surveil, and that was all because I was not paying attention. So what seemed like a small error turned into multiple errors, and it being very major. Yeah, I probably threw this game with that. Well, the positive note is, for one turn we know their shields are down. Thanks, Fluffy, for stopping by. I appreciate it. And, yeah, everything you said sounds really sweet. Definitely going to decline. Okay, that was a good draw. I guess I want to use this first, though. Those mana are fine to tap. The duress is not helpful here, really, but might as well use it and take the Vraska's Contempt before they have a chance to counterspell it. Alright, well, the game's now to an even state. Well, evenish state. It's technically, we have a search for Azcanta. We know they have an answer for that, so do I want this anyway? Yeah, I think I want this anyway. Might be able to find a counterspell or something. Oh wow, that's some sick cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we're just going to take that, and we're going to pass, since they have the Contempt up. I think me and my opponent now are like racing them to Chromium, us to Nezahal. At least this is best of 3, so if my error, which I don't think this game would have been close had I not made the error, but if my error happens to cost us this game in the end, we'll be prepared. So they know we've got negate. They do not know that we have this negate, though. Let's make sure we have the right lands. No, we do not want to tap that Nezahal here. Or, I said Nezahal, but I meant Search for Azcanta. That Search for Azcanta is ours. Forever. Forever and always. Did board them all in. I don't care about my life total, so I'm just shocking here. And I could tap the search and untap the search, but I really want to save as much mana as we can. Watery Grave and an Absorb. Yeah, that would be helpful, but all I had to do was hover over the cards, so it was kind of my error. Feel like I need to kill the Eldest Reborn more than I do the Teferi. Hey JJ, welcome by the way. So we got to go ahead and use our Search for Azcanta here, since they're making us discard. We're going to take this, since we have to discard anyway. It's not the best card, but the way they're doing the bounce, we have to discard, so we might as well put something in our graveyard. That can go to the graveyard. Decline. Oh wow. Okay, so what? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we pay 5 plus this. Okay, we can just do it all. Ooh, there's an ego. Alright, new plan. Well, technically we have the mana for it all anyway, but... I kind of want to call Chromium more than I do Teferi. They already have a Teferi in hand, so... I guess I'll take the Teferi, even though... Opponent's hand... Opponent's graveyard... I think there's one in the graveyard. Nope. Opponent's library? Do they only have... So they have a Karn... and a Dovin. They have no Chromium. Alright, I'm not too concerned anymore. I should have played this before I did that. My sequencing was poor as usual. Yeah, I definitely should have played the Thief of Sanity first. Yes, this is and I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. Loons list? Oh, I didn't notice the Tezzeret. Well, they drew an answer to the Thief of Sanity. And they drew the Karn that turn. Wow. That was a good 1-2 punch there. Graveyard. Decline. How many cards do we have at this point? We'll start with this. I guess we'll do this next. I want the counter spell. Oh wait, that's not a counter spell. Haha. I'm silly blind. Let's talk to almost all of our white mana. Want to make sure that I can resolve. Okay, they're done. Anyway, I was going to put a stop, play our land, untap 2 black sources, and kill the Karn as well. Lines. Okay, you pronounce it lines. Thank you. Alright. Moving up the old ladder. This deck's pretty sweet. Anybody who wants this deck list, by the way, just type ! Deck list in chat. They are one error to it that I'm probably not going to fix on the actual deck. I could try to fix it on the deck list itself. They didn't have the absorb, so we'll go ahead and put the absorb on. Let's see if I can fix that relatively easily without making too big of punts while I fix it. How do I fix this? How do you edit? I don't know how you edit on this tool. That button didn't do anything. This hand seems weakish, but a lot of interaction. Oh, well, this hand is not what we want versus any Sharvis deck. Nope. There has to be something here that lets me edit this. I'm not seeing it. Just want to add it to the deck list. Alright, I don't know how to fix it. Does anybody else see something that I don't quite see on this page? Do not see how to fix it. Oh wow, our opponent's not playing what I've expected them to play. This hand's gotten significantly better all of a sudden. Just in case they have a counterspell. Hey, Tins. I've played since 1993. I am the oldest of old men. Do you play Arena at all, Tins? Or, wow. UNC Random? Chico Random? I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. But also, do you play Arena? Because if anybody who's watching right now that plays Arena, I still have a few pack codes to give out. I say Homelands was a fun set. Murph, just buying packs is all you can do. Why did I let that resolve? Oh wait, never mind. I actually know why I let that resolve. So I can have Search Rascanta and Absorb on the following turn. So you do play Arena. Alright, well, let me private message you a pack code. Apologize for a little bit slow gameplay while I'm trying to do the bookkeeping stuff. Wait, what? I clicked this. I'm sure I clicked that. Maybe I didn't click it. Maybe I'm just a silly goose. So what have I missed? Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. And if these codes for some reason or whatever do not work, let me know and I will send another. Well, that can go to the graveyard at this point. We need some fairly specific things going forward. And copy this code. And paste. Our opponent's getting tired of my slow play. So we have another turn going on here, so let's see, what have I messed up? I guess that can go to the graveyard. We're just looking for a Kaya's Wrath. As quick as we can, in whatever manner we can get it. JK, no graveyard for you. If I don't hit a land here, I just killed myself, by the way. Well, no, never mind. I still have a Mortify, but... Alright, so what I get here... Alright, whatever. We'll just go ahead and kill that to be alive. Alright, have I missed anything? Do dailies, get to go, use that to draft. Yeah. Yeah, I had a small, I guess like a year break around right after Future Sight was released. I actually have an interesting decision here for them. This lets us flip our Search Rascanta though, so that's kind of neat for us. But obviously we're pretty far behind now. We really need to draw this Kaya's Wrath basically this turn. And then the game's still going to be difficult even post Kaya's Wrath. That's going to go to the graveyard. Then we're going to transform And that's not a land. So we have to pass. Alright, well, we get one more turn, assuming they don't have double removal spell here. And the reason I didn't play Search for Azcanta is I wanted to leave up Negate because if they contempted the wrong thing, we would be dead. Well, we need a land and a Kaya's Wrath. 2 specific cards. Let's do this. We got neither of them. Alright, next game. Alright, so what's in our sideboard? Saddle to Wreckage, Thief of Sanities are actually decent here. I think the Egos are decent here. The Saddle to Wreckages might be decent here. Nezahal's not real good in this type of match, which leaves us pretty shy on kill conditions. I think I want Settle. I think I want the Ego. You got one more card. How many lands do we have? 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Plus 8, so 26. Nezahal does block Tyrant, but dies. I guess we can leave Nezahal. It dies to, like, Ravenous Chupacabras and Hostage Takers and stuff so easily. Killing a Tyrant, though, is pretty good, but no, I don't love the card. I need to sideboard out one more thing, and I'm not sure what it is. Thinking about just sideboarding out this Precognitive Perception, but this is one of the matches where it actually feels reasonable. Maybe I can shave one to Fairy. Guess I could just get rid of the Kaya's Absurder. Oh, you don't bring in Thief? Thief seems insane to me. Because, like, they're going to be going a little down on creature removal, and anytime it hits, it's just such a big game. Oh, you bring in Egos instead of Thieves. Alright, if we go to game 3, we'll try that. So, a little too late now. Alright, we have a very slow hand, but their deck's not super fast, so... we have no tap land, so... Trying to talk my friend into sleeving me a Friday Night Magic deck. Hey, they missed their land. They do sideboard in Negates and Disdainful Strokes, so I think I'm going to pass on just jamming to Fairy and open mana. It seems like it's just easier to wait till we get 2 more. They have Crassus now, though. Like, Crassus is a real thing. I don't think I care if they resolve anything here. This is giving them a 3 chance to use mana, though, so this was bad. I should have used it on their turn. Yeah, I sequenced really bad here. Just another silly error by me. Aw, come on, Local Dope, you've got to go. Rip Igor. Yep, I played badly here. Well, it's a good thing that we brought in the thieves, because after they caught the ferry, we'd be dead now without a thief. We can win the game with our thieves, though. That's fine. Don't really care about one Jade Light Boy. Well, they have cast downs too. They didn't side them out. Well, we need to draw one. Ah, all we gotta do is get one nice hit in and still Hydroid Crassus or something and we win the game. We're definitely gonna take that damage. They play a Carnage Tyrant, we'll Wrath. They play a Hydroid Crassus. I don't think I'm gonna Wrath. I think I'm just gonna counterspell it and contempt that. I want to save the Wraths for Carnage Tyrants. We do not have a Chromium, but we do have a Nezahal, though we sided it out. Your code didn't work. Wait, I sent you a code yesterday. I'm pretty sure you told me it did work. I think somebody's just wanting another pack, but that's okay. You got me then. There you go. Hopefully they don't have another counterspell. Or a cast down, I guess. We did still put one cast down in the graveyard, though. I don't think they'd have a lot of them. Yeah, I think that can resolve. Don't think I'm going to bother to contempt it. Find Finality is an issue. But if they put that on top of the library, they lose it because of the Thief of Sanity. So, let's go ahead and get that Find Finality out of here. I think we're going to take the Negate to help protect our Thief of Sanity. I know, that's the reason I said I assume that that's what you were doing. Let's start with this. Guess I wanna... Wait, they're done? Opponent didn't want to play versus Thief of Sanity anymore. Yeah, you can claim up to 10. I'm gonna give out more for repeats, but I wanted to make sure I got through the week with what I had before I gave out extras, because I don't have a whole lot left. So I wanted to make sure everybody got one before I started repeating them. Alright, so you said bring in Unmoored Egos and then take out the Thief of Sanities. I want an alternate kill condition of some kind. And I'm not sure that Nezahal really cuts it. I don't feel threatened by the deck if I get rid of their Carnage Tyrant either, but I still have to have some way to win the game, and we know they're also playing Unmoored Ego. So we're going to try the Egos for sure. Our deck owner wants us to. So I guess that means I'm going to bring back in the Nezahal. I don't want to bring in the Nezahal. Could just keep these Thief of Sanities. We'll bring you in for something. I don't know what though. Here we go. I don't really like the Nezahal here at all. I feel like it gets blocked way too easily. They're on the play. But again, I just want some alternate kill condition. And since we already saw that they left both, they left cast downs in, they have contempts, things like that. I think it's actually hard to beat them with the Thief when they see it coming. It's more of a surprise factor thing. It's kind of weird they shock there. So that means we're representing a negate. Okay. Goodbye to fairies. I'm glad we sideboarded one of you out. Maybe they're going to call Thief of Sanity. No, they're going to call it Teferi. That's pretty clear. So we get to draw a card for the Teferi at least. This is going to be a very, very hard game to win. Land, please. That's not a land. Can't cast out of our absorbs either. Yeah, looks like we're going to drop this best of 3. We could never find a Kazraf that game 1. Well, we certainly have to keep our land. This game's not over, but it's just not looking good. Alright. They've already basically showed us face up that they have a negate. So we have to see whether they care about that. So it goes to the graveyard. It's kind of a weird graphical bug. It didn't show the Chemist's Insight in the graveyard there for a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna have to dump one of these. I really don't want to dump any of these. Alright, we're gonna dump one. I don't want to tap mana on our turn and then let them untap and just cast things for free. I'd say it's pretty fair. So they hit another land. I guess I'm going to counterspell that because I want them locked on lands as long as we can get. We'll keep our land. Actually going to shock too. I plan on mortifying this. Make sure we have enough mana. That's 2 blue and a white. So we do. That puts us up to 5, so if we absorb something, we can flip to search. Basically just casting to absorb so I can flip search. Looks like I could have flipped search either way. Alright, so we have a lot of mana, but we have very few kill conditions. There's almost no chance that I'm going to counterspell that again, but well, we don't have Teferis in our deck anymore. They've been unmoored egos, so I don't know how great we're looking, but so definitely don't want to tap that mana. I'm going to leave double black open just in case we need to contempt this turn. But we're kind of looking for lands here. When you get to this stage of the game, like hitting a land drop almost every turn's fine. That resolves. Yeah, but they have a million cards though. Sooner or later they'll be coming out of that. I'm definitely going to negate that, I think, because I don't want them to get the Hydroid Crassus back. That just represents too many cards. Nezahal. They already have that. This is just instant and sorcery, right? Oh, it says non-creature spell. Non-creature spell. So we draw a card for that, and then we discard these free to keep it. I don't know if I'm sold on that. I think these free cards are kind of useful. We can try to find a fault erasure or something before we do all that. That's kind of weird. Didn't tap their mana for anything. I'm gonna take one more turn off before we do this stuff. Looks like they're looking to sack their Memorial to Folly. Huh. I don't think I'll counterspell this, but there's no reason not to just cast one of these and look. Yeah, I'm just 100% not counterspelling that. That's fine. Have a Kaya's Wrath. Take this Ego. I'm really wanting to counterspell, but we're not allowed to have a counterspell. JK, there's a counterspell. So let's start with this. Oh wow, their hand's loaded with goodies. Guess I'm going to take the Eldest Reborn. It's the most threatening one over the length of a game, I think. We'll call Carnage Tyrant with the first ego. So, library, they have 2, and then there's 1 in their graveyard, I think, from earlier. Didn't we see 1 in their graveyard? I'm not blind, am I? I could have swore we saw 1 in their graveyard. Oh, they discarded it to the hand size earlier. I guess I'm just blind. I think I'm going to cast Kaya's Wrath here too, but I want to make sure that I tap the right mana. Because we want to leave a white up, so... Black, black, white, white. And we left up Absorb, so they can't resolve a Vivian. I love how it keeps this stuff revealed for us. I played that last land specifically so we could keep the Absorb up this turn. Wow, that's kind of interesting. So with the amount of mana they have, we would have to discard 6 things. I think I'm just going to wait. Cast this main phase. But other than that, I'm just going to wait. I want the counterspell, I want the land. And I have to play the land because I would have to discard it this turn anyway. Down to 20 cards. Don't need that anymore. That's literally all of our mana, and it might be the last cards I draw this game. Extra, anyway. Do I care about that? No, it's fine. Make sure we have 2 blue and a white left open. We do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to play one of these. Since we're going to have to discard the hand size anyway. Quite literally just going to counterspell it. Down to 14 cards, though. We have to be careful. Land, search. And then he's going to be able to respond with the cast down. Oh, it chose not to respond with the cast down. Kind of interesting. You can have 2 Ascantas in play as long as they're flipped to different sides. I'm gonna save my counterspell mana, so... Oh wait, they're targeting the Thief of Sanity? We're just gonna let that resolve. This wins the game in 2 attacks. And they're certainly not blocking. Well, maybe 3 attacks. Depending on how much life they gain from the Crassus. but the Crassus isn't going to resolve, so we don't have to worry about things like that. That's future problems. Could have searched for Ascanted there, kind of punted that off a little bit. I wasn't paying attention to my lands as well. I do like the fact that this shuffles that duress off the top as well. Opponent's graveyard, or sorry, that's the library, and then graveyard. Huh, they only have 2 copies. Interesting. What was legendary? I'm not sure what card we're talking about being legendary right now. That card doesn't do anything. We'll counterspell it just because he doesn't have any more mana, but... Killed a blocker. And we win! Nezahal. Oh, I Vraska's Contempt the 3rd Crassus. You're right, back when it was a 2-2 or something. That was a hard win. Hey, we got our daily done. Spore Swarm. Arrgh. That was a hard win. They were stuck on mana for so long. Hey, May. Yes, I'm going to call you May. Welcome, May. Oh, the cast down can't target it. Fair. That's what we were talking about. Back when they used the cast down on the Thief of Sanity. Yeah. When I said that was odd. I guess that wasn't odd. That's just what the card does, and I'm a silly, silly goose. We will play. Don't have double blue, but we do have a turn 2 Fault Erasure. I think that's enough. Hey May, thank you for the follow. Also, thank you for the follow UNC as well, and 10. I don't know if I said thank you to you. I believe I got everyone else. Kind of get lost in the games and forget what I'm doing. Ooh. Could just take the Quench. Let's take the Chemist's Insight. Anything but a land's going to the bottom right now. Yeah, this is going to be a battle, but we already have a Nezahal. Should not auto pass here. There's some chance that I want to absorb. I generally don't absorb card draw spells. Yeah, they have the ban flash decks. I think are actually pretty reasonable. So we only have 2 blue. There's no reason to shock. This card is great. That's not a great one. Sorry. Still trying to talk someone into sleeving me a Friday Night Magic deck. Hey! A-L-S-K-I, Alaska? Alaski? Alask something. Thank you for the follow. Is it bad that I don't want to cast this Chemist's Insight because I'm afraid they're just going to Frilled Mystic it? I'm going to cast it because we need lands, but... I have to say the Flying Salamander's my favorite card that's not rare or mythic. It's my favorite card from the set, rare or mythic. Thank you, Auto Tapper, for tapping all of my blue. Not that that really affected anything. We didn't have a counter spell, but that's just such a weird choice. Wonder if I should have just cast Nezahal that turn. I have all these counter spells though, and I want to cast them on something. I'll probably play it next turn. We're already discarding the hand size. Each turn I don't play it makes me seem more like a silly goose. Growth Spiral's my second favorite card though. Well, I have to try to counterspell that. Unfortunately, we don't have enough mana to play a second counterspell. Wrecked. Wait, he can quench it? Nah, he can't quench it. This is uncounterable. He can quench the card I just played, but... Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have enough mana to play this with a counterspell, so I guess that's what we play. And hope it resolves, though at this point in the game it's very unlikely that these will resolve. It's like super likely they have multiple counterspells at this point. Maybe I was just supposed to play Nezahal, I'm not sure. They didn't do anything with the Wilderness Reclamation last turn. I'm going to assume that they're not going to do anything with it this turn either. But maybe they just forgot to play the stop, who knows. Wait. I don't recall playing a land that turn. Chromium can't be counterspelled either, can it? Or do I not remember what Chromium does? The Google machine will tell us. Chromium. Chromium MTG. One of you guys will work. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like the Mutable or something. Yeah, it can't be countered either. Our opponent's tapping a lot of mana. I'm scared. That's 16 mana in their mana pool. With 10 more mana that's untapped. So they have 26 mana. Have fun, opponent. Good God. Was that their big finish? That seems beatable. Let's start with this. Oh, that's 21 of those. I thought it was just 4 for a second. I didn't realize that was 21 of those. Here I am trash talking it. There's like 10 million things with a counterspell backup. Oh. Well, they didn't have the counterspell. That's less exciting. We'll play you two. Like, oh no, I can beat that. There's just 21 of them. Whee! And they gave up. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna play these. I'm gonna bring these in. I'm gonna bring these in of some kind. I don't exactly know what they're playing, but either way, I don't want that card. I don't think I want this card. I think I'm gonna keep some of these just in case they do that again. But I'm gonna shave at least one. I'm not gonna shave the Mortifies. This version of the deck's really hard to sideboard. I like this card, but there's just no way I'm ever casting it on our main phase this game, so that means I'd rather have Chemist's Insight, I think. Do I like Thief of Sanity too much? Am I just sideboarding this card in when I shouldn't be? I'm highly willing to believe that I like this card way more than I should. I don't know what else to sideboard out. I definitely don't want to get rid of an Insight. Like, I'm looking at the Contempts, but I feel like they're just going to have... I don't think I want Settle. Not for just March. Whatever it is, I have to make a decision. Whoops. Okay, apparently I didn't sideboard. I was too slow. I think I was going to get rid of one Ego and just have 2 and go down to just 3 Teferis. But I was too slow. So, let's not draw some Moment of Cravings, please. Man, you make all sorts of errors when you're streaming. Or I make all sorts of errors when I'm streaming. I shouldn't put that evil on everybody. Not everybody is a silly goose like me. No, not best card. Why did I not play the Watery Grave? I guess bluffing in the gate's okay, but I don't think they're going to play anything on 3 anyway. Put the cell phone down and play better. That's what you're supposed to do, Cersist. They shocked. Huh. I'm cold. Should probably put a shirt on. They liked their hand enough that they didn't use the Chemist's Insight there. That's scary. Oh no, they're not just because I'm streaming. Odd. They're really struggling land-wise. Play our land first, that way we can pay for a negate or spell pierce just in case they randomly have it, even though I don't think it's super likely that they do. I'm just gonna cast this too. YOLO. We have a negate. Wonder if I should have tucked. Tucking there seems pretty good. Maybe I should have just tucked the search. No, we have the 3 mortifies, so this isn't game by any means. Speaking of which, eek. We left in a couple Kaio's Rafts, so we're not just dead to that card. Though, obviously that card's pretty harmful for us. Oh yeah, I forgot we didn't get the sideboard, because I'm a silly goose. Silly, silly goose. Well, 4... Alright, that leaves us enough mana to cast our other spell. So, hiya! Yes. Hiya! This moment of craving, Plox. We get to flip the Search Rascanta next turn, which is pretty nice. Well, assuming we don't keep the card that we find, but... They had 3 Carnage Tyrants. Goodbye, Teferi, you'll be missed. I'm actually going to keep that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have enough mana. Make sure it's going to leave us with the right amount. It did. Could have played the Swamp and played around Spell Pierce, but... I don't really want to tuck here, because if I tuck, and they have a land, they can search, play the land, and get rid of our friend. I'm just going to draw. If they didn't have a land, we could have kept the Teferi away for a turn, but... Like, there's a pretty good chance they just have a land, right? They shocked that turn. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Well, now I need to mortify. To the graveyard you go. Transform. I do not want to tap those. Basically, I just don't want to tap the Search Rascanta. So it's probably going to be hard for them to deal with Nazahal. Though it seems like it might be easy for them to block it. This Moment of Craving is looking really bad here. This is what we get when we forget the sideboard. Absorb's nice. Ooh, Growth Spiral gives us a card. That's real nice. Oh yeah, no. I didn't sideboard. Both of these cards were cards I wanted to take out. Oh, that's another card for me if they want to play it. I technically messed up there. I should have went ahead and used this, but I don't know if it matters. Except the Negatus Tribute. Hiya. I have another Teferi. Sure. I'll draw another card. Alright. I think I try to counterspell that one. They have another counterspell. I guess we're going to take the Contempt. Well, first of all, let's start with the Contempt. In case they use the Absorb now, we get to draw yet another card. Goodbye, Moments. We're back. This card is sweet. Should have technically mortified that first, because there's no chance that I'm not mortifying it this turn. So if I mortified that first and draw a card first, it gives us more information. Again, that was improperly sequenced. But I think we were at a point of that game where there was no wrong way to eat that pie, that we were just like definitely going to win. And as a whole, has been very good. Been very, very good. Dragon Egg! Alright. Now what? Do we play more Esper, or do we switch to some kind of other deck? I'll see what the chat wants. So do we play more of Lines Esper control list, or do we switch up and play something else? Win against red deck wins and then I'm sold? I mean, we can try to force a red deck wins match and figure it out. I don't have time to sleeve my Friday Night Magic list. I want to stream for at least another 45 minutes. We'll go play the best of one, because you always get paired versus, you usually get paired versus red deck wins in best of one. So let's go see if we can force the red deck wins match. Obviously this isn't a hand that you would keep blindly versus red deck wins, but it is a hand that you would keep blindly. Hey, Ginger with the big raid of 30 people. I appreciate it so much, my Ginger friend. Hope your stream went well today. Let's see what they cast here. If they cast Judith, am I supposed to... Oh, wow. So that gives them mana and makes us discard a card. Probably just going to take the 2 damage and kill that then. Yeah, I'm just going to take the 2 damage and kill that. Oh, you're saying I could challenge a viewer? Yeah. You're not wrong. I really just thought we'd get paired versus red deck wins. Ah! It's Judith! Stop it! That's so much damage! Opponent! So we're like 9 now, I think? Marduk's significantly slower than red deck wins, and they don't have the experimental frenzies and stuff. That's another Judith. Is there any reason to play that now? Not really. Like, I would rather absorb a heroic reinforcements than contempting the other thing, so... Yeah, this just prevents life. We'll go ahead and get Judith. We're going to gain 1 life on the turn, and then we're going to pass. And then probably play a land and pass back. Again, holding up to absorb first, because there's cards that you would rather absorb. Don't want to take the damage, though. Precog? Nah. Could try to hit the land. Ugh. I don't really want to take 2. I will, though. Okay, they're done. That plat grind. Alright, well I tried to get us paired versus red deck wins. It didn't work. So what's chat want? I can also build a different deck if somebody wants to see something different, but we can play more Sultai, we can play some Esper, we can play Dave's Gruul deck, we can play one of these White Weenie decks. I mean, I'll do whatever anybody wants. Did I miss a new follow? No, I did not. We gotta hear them words though. Sultai best of one? I can play that. Do we want to play the Star City list or do we want to play a different list? Jeskai Angels. That's something I actually don't think I can play. I don't think I have the lands. What? I have that one. I don't have a lot of the lands. I think I'm missing like most of the ones that have anything to do with red. No, I guess that's not right. I guess I have most of the lands. But do you have a deck list? I don't like to brew. Is it Drake's? Yeah. I'll play Brad's blue-white Drake deck. I've not made the changes that he suggested. He cut the Star of Extinction out of the sideboard. And then Andrew Mengucci put a 1-hour deck guide / sideboard guide on Channel Fireball today, which I have not gotten the chance to watch yet. But he usually does wonderful content, and I'll link it to the chat for anybody who's interested in this deck. But again, alright, so apparently it's not posted yet. But you go to his Twitch stream and you can look in his replays. It'll be there. Alright, this is a greedy hand, but I'm going to keep because we're on to play and we have an opt. So it's coming out soon, it's just not out. Oh gosh, these are hard matches. We have no removal, we have no red, well, we have removal, but you gotta say. I mean, I don't mind to use some wild cards. I'm actually just going to go ahead and counterspell that. We're just going to draw our land. We don't need to use this opt. I generally don't make many concessions for best of one. That's more of a Ginger thing. He's really good at that. Well, I am definitely dead. I don't want to say definitely dead because we could just draw like Running Mountains and they don't have a conclave. And if that was the scenario, we could still win. I don't know how to do giveaways. Like I don't know how to use all of those bots and get all of those what do you call it? Get like the viewer lists and all of that stuff. I truly don't have any idea how to do that kind of stuff. Alright, we'll go ahead and scoop this one up. I can do this though, which is fun for me but not fun for you guys and gals. I can just throw a random code for a pack into the chat and see who has Arena open and who clicks it the quickest. Oh, I thought we were playing traditional rank. That was my fault. Just like casually throw one in there. See who can get to it. Hey, we're versus Kibler. He was playing a green-black deck at the end of last season. you gotta be on your toes when you're around the Sears' chat. You never know when they'll just pop up. You never know when a code will just randomly pop into chat. I'm such a troll, but you just never know. You just never know. Hopefully the same person doesn't get them both. Because that's my luck. The same person just gobble them both up. I'm not on my PC. Man, things aren't looking very good for us, are they? How much do I value our Petromancer? I guess I value our Petromancer? Sure. I value our Petromancer. It seems that I'm I'm definitely playing the Kibbler. I don't actually value the Petromancer that much. But we might as well try. If they have a cast down, they have a cast down. But we still have the lava coil for this. We're really far behind though. Oh. Well. Further behind than I thought. Especially since we don't have lands. Alright, well we have to kill that one. It does more damage. Wait, the bot? I don't think bots are watching me. Come on. I think I can pick my cards up. Yeah, still don't have a land. I have a land. Kinda need both of those. It's gonna be hard for us to beat that now. Oh. No, we're just dead. Dead Arena, 100%. Do. Can't win this game in a million years. We watch everybody. Can't win this game in a million years. Let's just have a chain of 4/4s. I tap out. You've got me. Maybe we'll do better post board. This seems reasonable here. These seem reasonable here. These seem reasonable. Actually, the Nib Mizzets don't seem very good, do they? What seems bad? The Spell Pierces don't seem great. To get rid of 3 more cards, but I want them all. You can't make me get rid of 3 more. Do you think Discovery is a slightly better card in this build of the deck? The deck the Kibbler's playing is what he used to get Mythic last season. Hey Tenacious, thank you for the follow. Kibbler doing normal Kibbler things and just tapping forests and beating me down. Alright. Let's play lands and spells this game. You can do it, deck. Apparently you cannot do it, deck. Sure, you can share anything that's not offensive. Well, we don't need you. We don't even have the mana to play our spells or removal spells at this point in the game. Well, I want you, but rest in pepperonis. Keep removal spells, dive downs, and drakes. That's roughly it, I think. I'm going to keep the removal spell. Jeskai Angels. Let's check it out. Ooh, Aurelia. I don't think I own Aurelia's. Well, having a second angel is similar to having a removal spell, so... Or sorry, similar to having a dive down, so... I guess we'll keep it. Alright, I'll see how far I'm off from this deck when we're done here, but I'm pretty sure I'm really far off from it. I certainly don't want you. I didn't really want the first one because of the Golgari Queen. I'm just not going to play it for that reason. Petromancer. Okay, we'll keep the Petromancer. Could have played the Petromancer and ticked it up there, but again, I don't want to just play it into the Queen. $13. That's a bunch. Okay. Oh, I messed up so bad. I was supposed to play our land first. Alright, so I just messed up. Well, shoot. I wanted to be able to play 2 threats in one turn. And I just butchered that entirely. It turns out that it didn't matter a whole lot, but still, as a player. Don't care about Choops. Choops is going to do Choops things. Somewhat care now. That we're running out of resources. We're going to need to draw a Row or something. We have enough. He's counting our graveyard, but we have enough. So 1 mana jump. So whatever removal spell you use is fine. I guess they're trying to put it in the graveyard so they can buy it back with a find. They have double harpooner, it's going to suck. Alright, it's time for us to draw a Ralzarek that we've already put on the bottom of our deck. That was a beautiful little card. That gives us a chance. The next standard big event, there's a team open this week. Other than that, I think the Pro Tour is like 3 or 4 weeks away. I'm not actually sure. I don't know the schedule of these bigger events. Oh, that's good. That puts him ahead in the clock. Well, unfortunately, we have to continue to attack. Does that put us back ahead? No, that does not put us back ahead. Does let us kill a shaman, though. They draw a creature, they're ahead of us. We need to draw something that can block or something. So this puts us at 9. This is going to 7. 2 creatures definitely kill us. I have no idea the format for SCG Baltimore. Oh, that was the best draw in our deck. Any random creature was the best draw in our deck. Well, if they have a creature and a removal spell, we're not dead. Nice. That was a rough game. We both basically did nothing for several turns. Wonder if it's okay to bring in Star of Extinction here. Also wonder if I'm supposed to sideboard out the Enigma Drake if I was too afraid to cast it. Like if I was too afraid to cast it, that I shouldn't have, that I should be able to shave another. Star of Extinction. It's so slow. Just don't know what they're playing. Might want the extra shock just so we don't get behind too early. This Drake deck's pretty decent. I'm not playing it well, of course, but still a pretty decent deck. We have been mana screwed / mulliganed every game so far. Mana screwed or mulliganed. I mean, obviously when we mulliganed a while ago, we got to keep and play. We had a pretty good hand, but I mean, we didn't get to start with 7 cards. Go ahead and get rid of that. The cool thing about Petromancers in the deck is how they turn on the Charter Courses. I'm actually just going to go ahead and shock this. I'm actually kind of afraid of that card doing work over the course of a few turns. Didn't we just scry this to the bottom? Growth Chamber's pretty nice. Definitely would have liked to have an answer for the Growth Chamber. But they're in a spot where maybe they're just going to play a couple of 4/4s for a few turns. And that's going to be exceptionally hard to beat. Could just be dead to that. Well, that was probably the best card we could get in this spot then. Maybe next turn we can draw a shock. He mulliganed twice this game, so we have to keep that in mind as well. It's not like only we mulliganed. He also mulliganed. That was a good turn. Well, we're not blocking, so I guess we're attacking. I think we only have 2 in our graveyard as of right now. He doesn't have a wonderful attack this turn unless he has like a cast down or maybe a harpooner to clean it up. I mean, obviously you can attack for 4. I was talking about the Pelt Collector. Something in my eye again. That's lovely. Well, I mean, it depends on what's in their hand, what they're going to do. Or what Kibler's going to do. He may not adapt. He may would rather just hit for 2 and get something else on the table. Really depends on the hand. So we have 2 cards, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we spend 2, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Well, this is an interesting decision now. I'm definitely attacking. But what am I attacking with, and am I charting before or after? Alright, I'm going to chart before. Oh god. We just died. Oh. I think we just died. We have to see what they have for the next turn. But it's feeling like we're going to come up. Maybe we can always just like maybe draw a discovery and just get there. But it's not looking good. Petromancer flips for 8. We have 3 in the graveyard, so we can flip 1. They're attacking for 7. We have to get pretty lucky right now. Alright. This is a start. Actually, that may have just been it. So what do you cost? And that's 10. That opt was a perfect draw. At the time we only had 3, but the opt gave us both +1 on the Crackling Drake, which we needed, and it broke us even because we needed the mana for the Petra. Basically, we needed a spell. Any spell that we could cast was pretty good there. Alright, so we got very lucky. Keep in mind that he mulliganed to 5 that game, or he mulliganed twice on the play. That was a pretty rough match. His deck is solid. Very solid. That was a rough match. Felt like we got pretty lucky there. Alright, let's check this, what will probably be the last deck. Let's see what I have of it. I don't think I have enough cards to play it, but I said I would check the Jeskai Angels deck. So, what do we gotta do here? Go to the deck converter. Delete all this stuff. Convert to an arena list. Copy, import. Where'd it go? Jeskai Angels. Oh, it's got the sideboard there. I gotta pop up that other. Yeah, no, Kibler is definitely a baller. Nobody else is on that deck either, just Kibler, and he just smashes with it. Okay, so the sideboard is 4 of these. 1 Banefire, 2 Demystify, 3 Stroke, 4 Clarion, or 3 Clarion. We don't need that much. I guess we'll craft it. Wait, there's apparently 2 other cards. 2 to 2 negates. Let's put the sideboard together real quick. That's my fault for forgetting to type the sideboard. I don't really want to craft these honor guards, but maybe I'll need them for something. Spending a lot of our wild cards today. Anything for chat, though. 1 Banefire. What else did I forget? 2D Miss. Is that how you spell it? That is not how you spell it. It's DMY. Okay. Apparently I put one of something. Okay, there's only 3 of these. Alright, what do we got? We need Tithe Takers. I want the Tithe Takers anyway. I want the Clifftop Retreats anyway. So basically I only used 4 rares and 2 mythics that I wasn't planning on using at some point. And then we'll go to the traditional ranked and load up the Jessica Angels deck as requested. Let's get in there. Yeah, I mean, he got Mythic with it last season, so it's definitely reasonable. He did very well. This will probably be my last match of the evening. I may be back. It all depends on whether I can cobble together a deck for my Friday Night Magic or not. I do like to get out of the house and play some Magic occasionally, but I don't think I'm going to be able to find one. And the only person I know to borrow cards told me no. They didn't want to. Well, we have to mulligan. Alright, we'll keep. You're not a land. To the bottom you go. Oh, definitely, definitely. He damn near won it without the mulligan, and we had to get lucky in top deck or he would have won it. 100% agree. His deck was balling. I definitely want to try his deck at some point. 100% agree. That's a Petromancer. Petromander? I'm not pronouncing that card even remotely right. I offer you a trade. Yeah, Red Deck Wins is what I played all last season myself. Oh, JK, not spell piercing. Alright, we want to land. Thank you. Think I would rather pick this one, but maybe that's wrong. They already have 3. This thing's going to be a 5/5 very quickly. It's Terramander. Yeah, okay, it could be Terramander. I don't know why I keep putting the Petromancer. I don't know. Terramander. Alright, gotcha. Alright, so we need an answer for this thing now. You will suffice. Boom. Lyra doing Lyra things. Is Pateramander. Pateramander. Okay. It's one of them. I don't exactly know what. 10 of 10 will block. You don't want to attack? Why don't you want to attack? Pterodactyl. That's a good one. It was actually kind of problematic. Alright, so we have the target itself now, because if we attack with both of these, he just double blocks. And we do not care if they block the Aurelia. You know, because we have another Aurelia. Crackling Drake's what we want to deal damage to. They keep hovering a card in their hand, and it kind of confuses me. I mean, if you targeted this one, it wouldn't have died. Anyway, next! I feel like we stole that game. That game did not feel like a game we were supposed to win. Definitely don't need any of this stuff. Argument that I could take some of this stuff, maybe? What don't I want? Spell Pierces seem okay. Adontos don't seem great. Clarions seems gosh darn bad. These Adontos don't seem very good, do they? They're good versus the Phoenix build of the deck, but I don't think they're going to be very good versus this build of the deck. The Banefire is also reasonable, but we're going to go with this. I think the deputies are fine. It gives us a way to kill Niv Mizzet. We don't have lands again. We have a very reasonable hand. We keep that too. Finally, your client opened. Nice. Pateramander, very quickly out the gates. Technically, the Crackling Drake does, but I understood what you mean. Very few of them do. Alright, if they have the answer, they have the answer, but... I think I actually just punted this game. I should have cast Justice Track, and I should have waited till their turn, but... I don't think I should have played this turn either. I think my play mistake last turn is making me make a bad or worse mistake this turn. Nah, Spirit of Horror is a solid one. Solid pickup. So yeah, basically I'm playing horribly. Can't be Spell Pierced at least. They've already used one dive down. Hopefully they don't have two. They had two. Wah wah. Ugh. Alright, we're dead. This game's over. Taste the rainbow. Get in there, deputy. Yep, this game's over. They're one, they can flip the Peteramander already. Wait, you didn't get a code? Well, let's correct that. Save. You now have a code. Well, I'm dead. Next. I think I want this main fire this time, even though getting to 5 mana seems impossible. The pressure's on. Will we get there? Hey, we get to keep 7. That's a new feeling. This Top Taker is actually pretty good versus them. I'm actually going to take a turn off and play the Top Taker later so we can protect it. Hey, I won a draft with that last weekend, a paper draft with that in my deck. Come on, Lava Coil. That's not a Lava Coil. Come on, land. That's not a land. Guess I'm just going to play this then. Would have liked to have had mana to protect it, but... Man, these Spell Pierces have just been bad. Maybe I should have sideboarded them out. That's fine. I plead with my deck for a land. That's not a land. I guess I'm just going to play this then. Yeah, they get to cast a dive down. We couldn't use our Spell Pierce. How many lands are in this deck? My favorite list I played so far today? Probably the Esper list. Like, Nezahal has a special place in my heart. Hey! Hey! How you doing? Get out of here. Get out the flutter. That's a magic card. Alright. It's important that we draw a land this time. You know what that's not? It's not a land. Alright, well I'm not going to throw the Ixalan's Binding out when it's too easy for them to Spell Pierce and or dive down. Land would have been beautiful that game though. This is not my brew, this is a viewer deck. Or a viewer requested deck. I don't know if they made it. But as of right now, it is, we're not drawing enough mana to play Magic deck. On a positive note, we're going to get the Binding, the Crackling Drake. On an unpositive note, they still have a 3-3, which is a 3-turn clock in this spot. Ouch! Stop hurting me? No, not an Enigma Drake too. They have too much gas in the tank. Alright, so we have one draw step and one draw step only to find an answer. We have a lot of answers. That's too many cards. That's not an answer. GG, opponent. Good game, opponent. We definitely had some answers that we were drawing to, though. I did not have the Angels deck loaded, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get off from here. Yeah, we needed a Lyra or just any removal spell would have been fine. So I'm gonna find somebody to host real quick. I may or may not be back later tonight. I have no idea. Corey, we'll host Corey. He's Mythic Championship testing and he's a brilliant player. He's currently playing Golgari Blue. I appreciate all of the new follows and everybody coming out. Come on, Kibler's got like 1,000 and some people watching. Big ups to Kibler, but I'd rather throw some love to somebody smaller, a little bit smaller. Though I am a big fan of Kibler, and I'm probably personally going to be going to watch him while I get ready. I mean, it's not a joke. It's a reasonable guy. Like he's a very good player. I don't know. I'm small time, so I always try to host somebody that's a little on the smaller side as well. It's just weird. But anyway, thank you all for the new follows today. I appreciate everybody coming out, and as always, we'll be back tomorrow. Have no idea exactly what we'll play tomorrow, but we'll play something. Take care, everybody. Could I give you another code? Didn't I give you 2 already? Or no, I gave Corruption or somebody 2. I don't know who it was. But anyway, take care, everybody. Appreciate you all for coming by.